Oh yeah, how is that for a hot jam? I'll tell you, this game is full of sour please moments, so okay, I'm officially alive, yeah. Like I said, this game is full with hot gems, as you can hear. So, welcome to a very special game, a Dutch advertisement yogurt drink game called Yogho Yogho, which was made in the mid-90s, and it's one of the better games in the marathon, I have to say, but it's definitely incredibly silly, so I would say that warrants its exclusion for sure. Yeah, I'm very excited to show it off to you all, and I expect a lot of sour please in chat because this is gonna be something else. Alright, with that, let's get this show on the road. Oh, of course it goes here first. And there we go. Alright, so here we go. It's basically a collect-a-thon, what you're seeing here. I have to collect an item, some sort of item in each level in order to make progress to the next level. In this case, we have to collect cow spots for a cow who lost all of those spots, and she's very upset about it, so we're gonna help her out with that. Thankfully, there are only like 3 of them, so it's not too bad either. In the meantime, well, we have to defend ourselves against all kinds of enemies. You see these grandmas trying to hit us, and rolling cheeses, and I guess what they call, well, these others as well. You have these trot others, and, well, I don't know, so many things. Part of the speedrun is you have these checkpoints, and I use those in order to really get through levels quickly. And yeah, this is like less than a minute, this level, so that's pretty cool. And we always have a bonus level after each level, so that's always a thing. You can't really skip that, but in this case it's also handy because you can get extra lives here if I do this right, because this is a bit scary, but okay, we'll get there. And we're gonna use this. We're gonna use these extra lives in order to make sure that we can do these resets, because those cost extra lives. And in the meantime, we can also collect fruits and stuff, and we can get points for that. We can also get extra lives for that. But now we're in the next level, which is underwater. We have to find a couple of cauliflowers for Betty, whose job it is to make sure that the sea doesn't drown, and she's basically the person to stop that. So, but she won't do that unless she gets cauliflowers. So that's where we come in. It's very 90s lore, as I would say, very silly, but that's what we do. So anyway, we go over here, make some jumps. It's actually a pretty easy game to play. There's also the slipperiness, which makes it somewhat harder to do this as a speedrun, but it's still a very nice little speedrun. But there can be some issues when you try to jump from platforms and suddenly it seems like your inputs get in. So there's a nice little challenge there as well. Alright, so we saw this turtle with the snorkel. I'm not sure if that's entirely necessary, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Okay, that was a bit bad, but we'll get through. We got all of the cauliflowers. We now have to get to Betty and give it to her, and she'll make sure that, yeah, stuff still goes the way it should go. Okay, time for the next bonus level. So, usually in a couple of these levels I try to find extra lives. In this case, also one over here, which is easier to grab. Technically, I'm probably grabbing more lives than I should need in a run, but you never know what's gonna happen, just in case of accidental deaths or I press the reset button a little too often or something. It definitely comes in handy, so at least this way we will be able to finish the run. Okay, and with that, we go off into very frosty territory, and we, well, this is not so much a collect-a-thon. We have to only, like, collect one item, which is a kettle, which we're gonna use to, well, unfreeze a door or thaw a door, and we have to press a couple of dials in order to make sure that everything is fixed. And And in the meantime, we climb this hill, so we have to sort of watch out for snowballs and Eskimos alike. And also, I'm not sure what they are. They are dressed as... They've got this suit on, I guess. They throw lollipops at us. That's also pretty scary. and tiny helicopters. The music, I think, is very C64-like. It's got this nice retro feel to it, and it's very bouncy and everything. I think it's pretty nice. Okay, here's a slippery part. I mean, it's a level with ice. What you would sort of expect ice physics, I guess. All right. So now we go up here. We have to touch 3 dials. 1, 2, 3, and that's this level. Okay, in this level we won't really find much in the way of extra lives, although I usually try to get up here, but we don't necessarily need to play this bonus level. We can just sit about and just do nothing for a while. One thing I didn't mention is you can pick up clocks during levels that extend your time, so you can spend longer on the bonus level, but you know, this is just a speed run, so why would you do that, right? So we shouldn't do that. In the meantime, we it was the 90s, so we have enemies on skippy balls, obviously. So there you go. In this level, we have to make sure that the windmills start turning again because they've gone stationary, and in order to do that, we have to feed a llama what they call a worm bud. So you can see the item in the lower left corner of the screen. I guess worm buds is how it's best translated. In Dutch, they call it pierenbillen. So it's an item for sure, I guess. In the meantime, we also have these arrows, which are called IQ arrows. They try to follow me around, and I'm like, I just want to finish this. I should also make sure to not get hit by those. Close to dying, I should do that. There we go, that's a refill. Okay, fast threats. Climbing up these totems, we just jump up instead of just climb them. It's pretty nice. We set up this checkpoint so we can get back there without having to do any backtracking. So we just grab this item and reset from there. It's pretty handy. So each of these levels sort of start with this screen with this sort of rhyme describing what the situation is, and that's sort of based on how the commercials for the yogurt drink were at the time, which were also, you know, very 90s, like very outrageous and silly, but also having this rhyme, 2 lines of rhyme, but then followed by the words Yogho Yogho, with the music of the main, the title track of this game. So now we've collected everything, and the llama starts fighting again. Yay, we did a thing. Good for us. Okay, here's where we can possibly grab an item. I'm not sure if I can get there because it's somewhat hard to really get full speed from this specific pinball, this pin thing here. Ah well. It's okay though, we have enough lives, and I haven't lost any either, so that's fine. Alright, now we go into Dracula Territory. As it turns out, Grandma got kidnapped by Dracula, and we have to find a couple of coins and then get a key in order to rescue Grandma. And we use those coins to defeat this flying pig. And we also have these doctors with massive needles trying to make our lives difficult. So we have to watch out for those. As you can see, there are a lot of items to collect here. Thankfully, it's not necessarily that much longer. It's just some of them are grouped together relatively closely, so that makes it a little bit easier to collect them. I'm just gonna go here. Key management is also a thing. You have to make sure you get enough keys in order to open the doors that you want. Here's another one. Hey, and another coin. Oh, yeah. Inputs are still a little bit slippery when you try to do very precise things, so you have to sort of watch out for that. Alright. I'm getting good. We're getting there. Just gonna make sure. Oh yeah, also teeth. Always teeth in this game. Well, especially in this level. Although there's gonna be teeth in the next level too, and they can be pretty mean, let me tell you that. You might see that, I hope you won't, but... Oh well. So now we take this elevator up pretty much over here for our next coin. Just gonna make sure to get through the door. Grab it, there we grab another key, and that's where we start the next reset, because that brings us all the way to the beginning of the level, because we can very easily ride the elevator from there down below. Because the final item what we need to find here is right over here. Do a quick turnaround so the enemy doesn't respawn here. Nice little strat. Alright, let's go inside here. I'm gonna set up for a save state here. Well, a save state for a checkpoint, so I can easily return here. Okay, time to defeat the pig. Flashlight warning, by the way, just so you know. There you go. And now we have to use these 9 coins to destroy this flying pig. So let's see if this goes well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's always a bit tricky when it's not on screen, but that went well, so that's good. Okay, grabbing the key, like I said, we restart from here, and we can just make our way up. And hey, there's Grandma, yay! Save Grandma. Okay. In this bonus game level, we only have 1 life that we can pretty easily grab, so even if I would lose some of the chances of grabbing lives late or earlier on, I would have been able to grab this one instead. So, you know, it still works out in certain ways. Also, I totally forgot to explain what exactly everything means. So, dromen, as you see there, those are your lives. So I currently have 2 lives. And Veld, whatever you see on the right side of the screen, that means area, or level in this case. Energy is my energy, which is basically that yogurt drink that gets emptied as you take damage. And punten, that's the amount of points that I currently have. Alright, so now we are on to the final stage. We have to find musical notes, because there's this mermaid, but she's singing very much out of tune, and well, that doesn't sound too great, so we have to make sure that we... Oh wait, did I get too far there? Okay, that's fine. I usually drop off a little bit earlier. But yeah, we have to find these music notes in order to make sure that she is singing well again. This level has a couple of tricky things later on, but also the one instance of a very cute bird called the albatross, who very kindly transports us to the side of the screen, so we can just make our way through here. This track is great. I love this. This track is so bouncy. Alright, so we head down here. Here's the next notes. Drop a little bit further down. Over here. Gonna make sure not to grab this checkpoint, because we're gonna use a reset, but that brings us back to the beginning, so yeah, that is probably better. Let's see, gonna grab this. These knives are really trying to make my life difficult, don't they? Right, next thing is over here. Gonna get up the rooftop again. It's a bit of a scary rooftop. Okay, there we go. Another checkpoint we won't be hitting, but this part is quite difficult, I would say, because enemies, but also some precise jumps you have to make, so this is where the speedrun aspect definitely comes to the forefront, I would say. Also, the staircase. I mean, someone thought this was a good idea. It's, as you can tell, pretty janky at times, so yeah, I have to make sure to get up there safely enough. It can be scary, but yeah, you really have to grab the vertical parts as much as possible of the stair. Alright, heading down, and hopefully can grab ourselves mid-air so we can get up here. Otherwise we would drop down entirely, and that would be pretty sad. Alright, gotta make sure the... Oh, no, okay. That's apart what happens really. I've had the same thing happen in my PB. I actually got a new world record in this last week when I was practicing this, but this exact same thing happened because knives are dumb. Alright, final music note, and then we get over here and time stops as soon as I lose control of my character, which is now. And so Mermaid starts singing again, and it's a theme tune again. So this is also the song that you hear in the commercials. If you look it up on YouTube, you'll find quite a few instances, and if you want a 90s trip down the memory lane, I can definitely recommend that. Okay, so we have one more rhyme. After much running, jumping, and pulling, everything is very Yogho again thanks to you. So take the ice and the yogurt drink with you. We're gonna take a sunbath at sea, or I'm not sure if that, yeah, I think it's like that. And then I say basically buckle up still, because there's another bonus level to go. But I'm not gonna play that because, well, it's not needed for the run. And also we have to wait for like 2 minutes of credits first, so it seems like a bit much. But anyway, there you are. That was this yogurt drinking game. Very Dutch, very 90s. I could definitely recommend you give it a shot if you'd like. It's a fun little game. It's not too difficult, like I said, either. But I can recommend it. So yeah, I guess that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks to BBG for letting this in. I'll be back shortly with LEGO